whenever I hear people talk about Richmond, oh, there's nothing to do here. It's so boring. It's the language that we speak when we're talking about Richmond. Like, Richmond is a good place to market.
Yeah.
These local businesses here, they deserve spotlight.
What's your favorite restaurant in Richmond right now?
My favorite restaurant in Richmond. There's so many.
No, don't pull that media training over here. Most underrated.
Now, we love an underrated spot that,
Not
don't really
too
get a
many
whole
people
bunch
know
of
about,
yeah, but those be the good ones
The
though.
whole-
When I go to a new place and I come to your city, please don't tell me the best place you have to eat is somewhere I can get in my hometown.
Right. So they be letting y'all come and eat for free.
Oh my God. Most overrated spot. I'm gonna be honest with this one.
Okay.
A More production.
What's up, everybody? My name is Breonna Moore, your host of the More Than Money podcast, where we focus on turning purpose into power, power into profit, profit into placement. So we never have to ask for a seat at the table, because if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Follow us on all platforms. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, Audible, iHeart, Spotify. Listen, whatever you need, what you need, anything you need, we got it. And make sure to tune in on YouTube as well to catch the visuals. But today, y'all, I'm so excited, because it's not often that I get to interview one of my actual factual friends. Like somebody who actually grew up with and is making waves in the local RVA scene right now with her food reviews. So today we have a special guest, well, really a duo, but one half of the duo is stepping in front of the camera. This is Joe, one half of Love Local Finds RVA, alongside Mia, who, as I said, is behind the scenes, but still very much so a part of this vision. And together they've built a Richmond-based platform that highlights local restaurants, hidden gems, and unique experiences through short-form content. And I don't know if y'all put this in this little intro y'all gave me, but I don't know if you told them that you scale from like 0 to like 10,000 followers on TikTok in like a very short amount of time. And I believe your views have gone to over 500,000. I'm sure you've exceeded over 500,000 views.
Yeah, like 1.5.
Woo, 1.5 million views. So you're definitely putting putting Richmond on the map. And I've heard that one time after you left a restaurant and left a review, that the people may have had to hire some more staff to work the next day because,
they were busy. We kept them busy.
Hey, I love it. So I'm excited to get into this conversation, not just about content, but about influence, growth, and what it looks like to turn something you enjoy into something that actually creates opportunity.
Yes.
Joe, welcome to the More Than Money podcast.
Thank you, Bree. I'm happy to be here.
Look, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I was a little nervous, but I am feeling good.
Y'all, I've been trying to get her on the podcast.
But
for a while, she said I won't big enough at first.
No, I didn't say that. I said, Bree, you bring something so special that when I come, I want to make sure I have something to bring to add to the table.
You did
that you've already prepared. That's what I said.
You did say that, and
yes.
you know what? I appreciate that.
Yes.
I was gonna start with a fire round.
Whatever you want to do.
But the question that I start with first, before we get into all of the things, and I don't know if I even put this on the docket, because it may get a little deep.
Okay, go for it.
But what was your first relationship with money?
You talking about like your personal relationship or what I witnessed growing up when it came to the conversation of money?
What did you think when I first said that? What first came to mind?
We ain't had none.
Hey, no.
Welfare, food stamps, and so I've always had this, like I had a scarcity mindset, and it's because I didn't have a lot growing up. So when I actually start to make more money, I always felt like it was going to go away. So like I remember talking to my therapist saying that I think this is as good as it's going to get for me, close to making $100,000 a year. Like this is as good as it's going to get for me. And I would save. I didn't know how to invest because all I knew is that you need to save up for a rainy day. And so I was always preparing for a rainy day. So I was fearful. I was fearful to have and to not have.
I'm glad you said that because I think a lot of people feel that same exact way. But moving into your relationship with money and what you do now, because you have a background in leadership and running meetings and pharmaceuticals, like you've lived many lives when it comes to this. how did you get from scarcity mindset to where you are now? Or is that mindset still there and you still trying to navigate it?
Let's see. It's still there, but it's not as strong as it was in the beginning. I would say having someone like you around who actually start having those conversations about money, because you had us speaking with one of your investors, or it was like a financial advisor. So I really think that sometimes it takes being exposed to other people and seeing the way that they navigate money, and also seeing, like, Dr. B, I love her. That was my therapist for 7 years. She was a lady of an hour. She just lived.
I actually had a session with her.
She lived.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Dr. Bagby, right?
You did. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Dr. Bagby. That was the first therapist that I went to that actually cried. And she didn't even say nothing. It was like a presence thing.
She's a psychologist.
Oh, excuse me. I've been going to the wrong.
I'm just saying, nothing wrong with the licensed counselors or whatnot. Nothing
LCSW?
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. But she's a psychanalogist, So I had the real, you know what I'm saying? But she, just seeing her talk about how she's had so much money and still do, but just having people around who talks about the conversation of money is basically what I'm saying. Like, have been exposed to other people and seeing the way that the way they navigate money, because again, I came from a family who did, Section 8 food stamps. And so a lot of us didn't get that exposure to other people who were successful in building wealth.
Agreed. Yeah. And I think what you're talking about too is when I introduced you to my financial advisor, I was in a space to where I didn't really know what I was doing. So that's somebody who I leaned on. I was like, hey, man, you might want to talk to bruh too about, whatever you got going on.
Yeah.
And so I think that your tribe, I always say, if you're around 9 broke people, you'll be the 10th, but that also works in reverse. So it's like, who are you around? Who's influencing you? All right, let's do this quick little fire round real quick.
Okay,
put you on the spot.
All right.
Why you sipping? What's your favorite restaurant in Richmond right now?
Oh, my favorite restaurant in Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many.
No, don't pour that media training over here.
There's just so many restaurants that I have gotten to explore recent. Love Local on TikTok, you can find it. But my favorite, and it's actually me and I's favorite restaurant, it's not even the fact that they bring good food, but when you walk in, I feel a sense of community. So it's M&F, which is a Jamaican restaurant off of Sam's Ave. And when we go there, we get good food, but not only do we get good food, but we get a sense of community. And that matters so much to me.
Most overrated spot.
Most overrated spot. I'm going to be honest with this one.
Okay. Overrated? Okay.
Overrated,
okay.
Right? I think that a lot of I think...
Matter of fact, we're not even going to do that.
No, I think the franchises. I think these franchises, I even wanted to start Love Local from the beginnings because I want to put on the local spots. When I go to a new place and I come to your city, please don't tell me the best place you have to eat or the best place, best Chili's. Experience is somewhere I can get in my hometown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to I want to know where the locals go. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of these chain restaurants are very overrated.
Underrated. Most underrated.
Now, we love an underrated spot that,
Not
don't really get a whole bunch of
about,
but those be the good ones though. The
mom
and pops.
They literally got a hole in the wall. Yeah.
If it's a little sketchy before you walk in, the good spot.
I'm pretty sure I was in Atlanta. I don't know what this place was called, but it was on some corner. It looked like a house. And it was 2 people outside arguing. They both was in wheelchairs. And I'm pretty sure one of them was has some type of pipe. I'm not going to say what was in it or not, but I was oh, this shit finna be good as hell. I walked in, dust everywhere. Dusty as hell. Humidifier.
Was it good?
It was delicious.
See what I'm saying?
Smothered turkey, candy yams.
Cut out.
Yes, ma'am.
Cut it out.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh. There's so many underrated spots, and that's why I really encourage your viewers to go onto Love Local page, because I'm pretty sure there may be a place that you saw before, but you didn't know what they really have. So I think that's look at some of those videos that we've already put out there. There's just way too many for us to name, because we literally have been highlighting a lot of local businesses.
Y'all have been highlighting a bunch of people. Let me go see what y'all been doing. Let me go see what.
What?
But what's one place you refuse to go back to?
Any restaurant that doesn't have integrity. What?
Hey, bro, no. Who is our PR? Who is her PR person? We need you to come to the front immediately.
What?
You ain't answering none of these questions.
I am answering it. Any restaurant that does not have integrity.
All right, cool.
I refuse to go back because here's my thing. No, for real though, Brie.
No, you're right.
Like,
when
you think of a good restaurant or you think of a good experience, let's just say food for just in general.
Say
food, right? Okay. You're thinking about good food, but you're also thinking about the service.
Right.
If the food is mid, but the service is high, there's a good chance you might go back.
If the food is mid,
but the service was on point.
High, but the waitress was nice.
You met the owner. They were accommodating. If
but
you didn't like something,
the food was mid.
Yeah, like the food was mid. Maybe it was like a, yeah, the food was mid. Like, okay, what do we classify as mid here?
That's like going to a church who don't have a good choir.
Wow. Mid food is like going to a church who doesn't have a good choir. But if the preacher can preach,
then I guess I'll just go after the choir finishes singing.
Well, you know what? Okay, so that is where you and I differ here, though, right? And that's why I think you'll see a lot of videos, right, of me popping up in different places because I've never been a person who, yes, I want good food. I do. I'm not saying that your food shouldn't be good.
Right.
But I care about the experience. I care about, do it feel like a community? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I feel like I've been the type of person that when I go to a restaurant, I don't expect it to be great. Mm. Some people, they got to go on their Google reviews. They only choose places that they know is going to be good. I just like to just go to places.
So did I just hear you say that the restaurants will hit you up and they'll say, hey, can you come and review my restaurant? And you will say yes. And you just pull up whenever you want to? Or are these like scheduled visits that you're talking about?
A bit of both.
A bit of both.
Yeah, most of the time it's scheduled. I mean, honey, we got 9 to 5s.
No, I know, but you said you would pop up though.
Oh, but I'm saying before the page. That's just that's my mindset.
Okay,
like
now y'all gotta book her.
Yeah,
I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta book her now.
Okay.
Because the inbox is full. You say you pull. I said, oh, you just pulling up on the people.
But you know what?
But I'm pretty sure you would though.
That's what I did. Yeah. The first video that went did really well. Yeah. We literally just pulled up, and that was not my first time there. That was like my second time there, maybe third.
So y'all like trying to be the Keith Lee of Richmond.
I'm trying to be Jolie. Yes.
Jolie is crazy.
Hello.
Jolie is crazy. Okay, I'm looking at this video you got pinned here.
Yeah.
It's got 206.4 thousand views.
Oh, she's talking about Famous.
Famous fried chicken and seafood.
Okay, well, here's my thing about Famous. After we did some posting, Famous was the first collaboration that we ever had.
Okay.
Right? And I think we did probably 2 collaborations with him. But let me tell you something.
Okay.
When I tell you Famous rolled that damn red carpet out, he did above and beyond for someone who, like, I felt like we won't even consider to be a small creator at that point. We were just posting. Like, we just had a post. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he was so friendly. And everyone that I know who have spoken with that owner, he's so kind. Aww. His family works there. Like, they're so kind. But yeah, when he rolled that red carpet out, I looked at Mia.
Okay, so it was like an actual red carpet?
No, but it was just like, so much coming left and right for us.
Like the food.
Yeah. And I looked at Mia and I said, Mia, do he know we not those people? Like, we got about 20 followers.
That is just crazy.
Like, do he know that we not them people? Like, we're not that creator. I'm thinking he got us mixed up. Because I said, we did.
Yeah, you thought you was somebody else.
Yeah, we told him we was going to come on Tuesday, but maybe he thought we was Wednesday and then somebody else here was Tuesday, right? But yeah.
Wow.
But now I look back at that and I say, wait, did I know who I was?
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah. This is why I like talking to you, because you be talking real good sometimes. You be talking real good. But nah, that's dope though, because the video, like you say you might have had 20 followers on TikTok at this time?
Maybe 400.
Okay.
Maybe 400.
And you did this in October.
Yeah, well, the first one was actually posted in July. Yeah, that's the second one. The first one did well too, but like a lot of people had, They liked it. They didn't like it.
Yeah.
People were coming from other places to come visit.
Wow.
But yeah.
Man, that's a really cool story.
Yeah.
Shout out to them over there. Y'all go check them out.
That was our first.
Wow. Pop the cherry. I know that's right. Free food or paid deal? What are you choosing?
Paid deals.
Okay. Viral video or consistent income?
Consistent income.
Post now or perfect later?
I'm split. I'm split because I feel like post now because overthinking keeps you stuck. You know, overthinking will keep you stuck. But because I've gotten a little bit more into the algorithm and knowing the best times to post for your type of content.
What's the best time to post for your type of
content? You just go to your TikTok studio and you can see when your followers are mostly active. And mine are usually active around 7 at night up until like 9 o'clock. So sometimes I would say hold it. But in the beginning, honestly, you just need to stay consistent. So go ahead and post now and don't get like overthinking it.
Okay. Y'all posting like 2 times a day?
I post 1 time a week.
What?
Yes, like let's get into it.
Y'all, she done broke the mold.
No.
The people to Mr. Beast and all these other big content creators are saying that you gotta post 2 times a day, 1 at 11 a.m., 1 at 7 p.m.
I know.
7 days a week, no days off.
I know.
But you post once a week.
Yes, and I'll say people will tell you on TikTok to post 5 times a day, 35 times a week. If you can do that. If you can do that.
If you can do that. Yeah.
If you can do that and you can maintain that.
Right.
But when you're just starting out, right, I think it's important to be more focused on consistency than quantity. You know? And a lot of people say that's the only way to grow your TikTok.
But quantity is consistency, right?
Well, no, they're like post a lot. So it reaches a lot of different people versus like, yeah, you can post a lot, but are you going to be able to be consistent with it? So if you're just only focused on posting so much to have a lot of quantity out there, then you're going to burn yourself out. 2 weeks later, you're going to be sitting in that closet and you ain't going to have no creativity left in you. So what I say is do what you can. You know, working in corporate America, we learned this acronym, SMART goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant. You could be realistic, but relevant, and then time bound. So it needs to be somewhere fitting in those SMART goals. It needs to be
she cooking now, y'all.
High grease.
She done hit y'all with the acronym.
Listen,
SMART.
But really, it's all about it needs to be achievable. That's all I'm saying. Is that do what you can,
consistent,
and be consistent with that.
Okay, like if somebody was saying, "Yo, Joe, Mia, I love what y'all doing. I want to do that. Like I want to grow up and do that." Would you encourage this or discourage?
This meaning content creating?
Like content creating, food reviewing.
Oh, okay, but let me say this though, Brie.
Okay.
Yes, food is a part of what we do.
Right.
But I don't consider us to be food reviewers.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We provide visibility for businesses, for local businesses.
Gotcha.
Right? So whether that is food or is an experience, we're all about shining and spotlighting local businesses here. So we're not just food reviewers. No shade to that because that is a niche and people are doing really well with that.
Right.
Keith Lee. Right? And you'll notice.
Would you consider him a food reviewer?
He started off as one.
Creator?
He started off as a food reviewer.
Really?
Yes. He started off
like an actual food reviewer?
Reviewing the foods that he was trying, I believe.
Okay.
Right?
I think he was a boxer.
Yeah, no. He was a professional boxer, but I'm saying when he started his content, I thought it was him in the Paw Patrol chair reviewing food.
So. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
gotcha.
But yeah, I would encourage.
Not the Paw Patrol chair.
I think that's what it was, the Paw Patrol chair.
Okay.
That's what he says.
You would encourage.
I would encourage, honestly, because it's if you are a creative person and you like to do storytelling, right? I would encourage.
How you feel about this tendernism situation?
What about it?
Have you heard about it?
No. You tell me.
I love how you looked. It was like you looked like you had a really deep opinion on it. That's why.
No, sometimes I like to hear. You tell me about it.
Keith Lee visited Destination Smokehouse to review the viral barbecue concept called Tendernism. Tendernism, the concept was created by Walter, Mr. Tendernism Johnson, who became the face of the product. Keith Lee liked the food and wanted to support him directly.
Right.
He attempted to give Walter a large personal tip, $4,000 to $5,000. Management reportedly blocked or redirected that tip, leading to accusations of exploitation. It was a bit of a controversial situation. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look it up about like how rights and things were taken away from the guy who created Mr. Tenderness. I don't know. I'm going to look it up.
Right.
But Keith Lee came, and now this man he's basically a superstar. He's getting endorsement deals from all types of places for this.
Mr. Tenderness.
Mr. Tenderness is.
Yeah.
Out of this exploitation. However, since he was so good and his food was so good, and Keith Lee is the one that amplified that,
right?
It's like he's owing a lot of his success, well, his newfound success, to Keith Lee. So I'm saying, like, I guess I was wondering how you guys felt about that situation, being that you technically are in the same position that Keith Lee was in, to where you're getting traction for your food reviews and you are getting a lot of visibility. You're gaining a lot of followers. It's a lot of power in your hands. So that's why I wanted to like ask about how you felt about that situation in comparison to where you guys are.
And that's why I think it's important, just like even when it comes to content creators, right? When you asked a question earlier and you said viral or consistent pay or something like that, right? In the fire round. This is the reason why it's nothing wrong with going viral, right? But viral doesn't bring in money. You're just kind of like showcased in whatever you're going viral for what or whatever it is, right?
I like that, yeah.
And I think that you speak better with this, Brie, because I just feel like Black people have done a great job at promoting other businesses. And you can speak to this too, Brie. Okay. But I think anybody who's doing something for the first time, when they're first starting out, they're going to undervalue themselves.
Right.
And I think it's really because you just be so grateful for the opportunity.
Ooh. Yeah.
And when you're so grateful for the opportunity, you miss the fact that you're also deserving of it.
That's how them rappers be getting them 360 deals.
They just be grateful for the opportunity. You know?
Yeah.
And it's all because understanding that I'm grateful for this opportunity, but I am also deserving, like I'm worthy of it too. You know? So I don't think it's limited to creators, but yes.
How did you overcome that? Was it this, did the viralness validate you?
Nope. Sure, it's helpful to see that it's making an impact in the community, right? And it's helpful to hear from the owners that the video has impacted their business in such a great way.
Right.
Sure. But what it was is me looking myself in the mirror and reminding myself who I am and whose I am. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what validates me, because it was me and God's conversation to start the page. So for me to continue, because the more people that see the video, I get a little nervous. I get a little anxious. Like, I don't know. Some people like all that. But sometimes I feel like that's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
have you been like noticed? You and Mia, have y'all been noticed? Like
a couple times we have.
Wow. How does that feel?
It's all right, baby. You know, so sad.
You be eating that shit up, bro. You eat that shit up. I know you do.
Listen, look, we are in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should notice us. Right. We are part of Richmond.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's a lot of transplants. It's a lot of people who doing stuff in Richmond that's not from Richmond. So it's also, we need to say that you are from Richmond, Virginia.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. You did. You said that when we first
started.
Born and raised. Born and raised.
Born and raised. Yes.
What would you say to restaurants? And that's your camera right there.
Ooh.
What would you say to restaurants in Richmond about the value that you bring as a creator?
And that's my camera. That one right there. I would say we are more than just a post.
Ooh.
Wait a minute.
All of the above.
We are more than just a post.
More than just a one night stand.
She said that.
This is a...
We are bringing visibility. And we're sparking conversation around your business.
Ooh.
Okay? Our followers, the community that we have built and continuing to build on the platform, they're not just viewing the video. They're liking, they're saving, they're sharing, they're reposting, but most importantly, they're pulling up.
Ooh, they pulling up. They coming outside.
They're pulling up to support. And that type of traction can go a long way for a local business. So we're more than just a post. Yeah.
So they be letting y'all come and eat for free.
Oh my God. That's what she took out of that. Yes. But it's because
Can I come next time?
Yes, I actually invited you one time.
When?
It was
Where?
It was a coffee. I was going to do some coffee. Yeah,
but wait a minute.
You wasn't doing coffee at that time.
Bruh, first of all, this video that you posted about, hold on. Y'all, hold on. Please go follow her real quick. Look.
Love Local
God
Fun on
don't
TikTok.
even want me to find it because my search bar is gone.
Listen.
I just seen some steak up on here.
Oh, that was good.
And she gonna tell me to come review some coffee.
No, because that was during the time we were meeting up.
Oh yeah, we was going to oh yeah,
someplace we were going out to eat, and I was like, if you want to grab some coffee with us, you can come to pull up at this spot. And you was like, you're not even doing coffee, and I was like, dang. Anyway,
I was like,
yes, Bree, it's actually it's just that's just how it goes. And love it. Listen, it looks like a lot of it is. I feel very fortunate, you know what I'm saying, to be able to collaborate in that way. Yeah. But the bigger goal is to be able to get monetized with businesses and brands, right? Yeah. But this is the foundation. Like, if you're a food reviewer, you know, if you want to consider yourself a food reviewer, that's what you consider us as. And I say we're more than that because I'm always looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is to be looked at as a marketing partner. You know what I'm saying? And I think content creators, we would sell ourselves short. We can make these short film videos and these people can go viral and they get so much money coming into their business. So you may think, oh, you're just going there. You're just talking about that because you got a free meal. No, because you always still have to have integrity. You know, if I don't like something, we have conversations with every owner after we have a meal. And I tell them, if I like this, I didn't like that. I won't put this in. I'll put this in. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, I'm kind of going all over the place, but
this is good.
But being invited out for those type of collaborations, it is a part of the beginning. It's the beginning process, but don't get stuck there.
I'm ready to say, because you told me one time, I wasn't even invited to this. But something was happening at some restaurant. And you said, yeah, they invited me and some other creators and they just go have food.
Yeah.
And they just go let us taste. I was like, I ain't never got no invite like that. I'm interviewing all these pillars in the community.
What? Right. I mean, because all these entrepreneurs, that is a shame on y'all.
And they been doing this. They went viral in October.
Yeah. I mean, listen, shame on them, Bree. Yeah, shame on them.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yes.
I love that.
Yeah. Yes. But don't get stuck there.
How big do you think this how big do you see this becoming?
As big as God wanted to grow.
Okay.
Right? That's how I feel. Like, even when we're getting close to 10,000 followers, I had to go back and I had to say, God, I know you gave me this vision of what to do with this platform, but I don't want to get so, you know, satisfied and feel so pleased by the applause or like the following.
Right.
I still want to know that you're still in it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So
you're not doing this for the money.
I'm doing this because I want to highlight local businesses here in Richmond. And that's what you get when you partner with Love Local. Like, I'm born and raised. You know, I want to see the city win. I don't want to always think about crime when I'm thinking about Richmond. Or ratchet when they think about Richmond. No. We got some bad bitches up in here. I don't know if I say that. True. Don't put that in there. Should I say that?
I think you should say it.
Okay. Got some bad, you know, we have some successful people. We have doctors, lawyers. You met a lot of them, Bree. They come here.
I did?
Yeah, because you be interviewing them. You be interviewing these entrepreneurs. Yeah.
Yeah,
girl.
But I also think that too, when it comes to the monetary value of something, you get a lot more when you do pay. As far as like a person who's hiring a creative to do something, I think that the version of a person that you get when you actually spend money on something it's just worth a lot more. Like, you can tell in the difference of quality because they may be able to upgrade production, or they may be able to like bring more cameras, more lights. Like they may be available to you a little bit more. And money is a byproduct of success. Yeah. So whatever you put in, you know what I'm saying, you will get out.
Absolutely.
And this video you did got over, you know, you have over 1 million views. So like that, you've done it. It's not something that you haven't done before, and you have people that follow you and trust you.
Right. You know, it's all about the storytelling. I'm your friend.
Yep.
I'm a local native here.
Mm-hmm.
But you're absolutely right. That when you actually are getting monetized, you get a better version, get a better product, right?
Yeah.
Because you have more financial backing. But even still, I want small creators to know that you're still making a huge impact on these businesses and these brands. Stay consistent.
I'm glad that you were able to come on here and share some of your knowledge and share some of your time. Is there anything that you want to shout out, or let us know how we can support you?
You can support us by continuing to, if you haven't already, we're on TikTok. But the biggest thing you can do is support local everywhere you go. Okay? No matter where you go, find the local gyms, find the local spots, because that keeps the community moving, right? So, and then also support my friend, okay?
I'm the friend.
Yeah, support my friend.
Support your friends.
Support your friends. Every last one of them.
Support your friends, man.
Support all
Listen,
of
this
them.
has been beautiful. I want to bring something up because this is the More Than Money podcast, and I am very transparent with my people. So if you're still watching, you get a little sneak peek, sneak whatever into this. So I've been pitching my show to sponsors. And I'm going to tell you something. It's been very rough.
Okay.
It's been rough to get people to understand the value of what you offer, especially when they didn't ask to see the value. You know, like it's kind of like it was a warm lead because I knew the person, but it was a cold lead because they didn't really know what I was offering at the time. So offering for somebody or pitching to somebody to sponsor your show for X amount of dollars or whatever, that has been teaching me a lot about communication, about storytelling, and how people don't really, because you said you before you said you were a marketer. People do not want to hear that you're a marketer at least the people who I have talked to, especially in this context. I think it's okay because we're just being transparent about the things that we're doing. But when you're pitching to people, marketing sometimes equals dollars. They're like, this person wants some money. is what I've learned.
But anything that adds value, like if it adds real value, it should have real compensation.
You would think that. But it's all about what you can pitch to them. Like, how can you help them? If you enjoy amplifying your brand, then yes, what we just said, Richmond doesn't do a great job of marketing. They don't understand the value of it.
Right.
So if you see it as something that's not going to help you or something that is going to be an extra price tag, then a lot of times they veer away from it and then the conversation kind of ends. So that's what I've been struggling with. And because I already know this platform is going to be huge and amazing, but I like to kind of document the things that I've been through, especially when it comes to like my actual friends being up here too, because it's something we couldn't talk about on the phone. But I think that there's other people going through the same shit I'm going through, where it's like, okay, I'm pitching to people in Richmond and it's like I can call somebody in a different state and they don't even need to see my analytics, and it's like, here you go, I like your platform, here's money. But here sometimes, and maybe that's a lot of local places, maybe it's just local places, they don't really see the value. Sometimes you got to move away and come back in order for people to realize it.
Yes, and that's what I was just about to say. Do you feel like that the only way to, do you think that most people are more successful when they move away from their hometown?
Absolutely.
I mean, I think that's what Jesus did, right? He had to come move. No, maybe leave that alone. Leave that alone. But like for real, then he had to told somebody to come out your. It was somebody in that Bible that he said, "Leave your hometown and follow me."
I know what you're talking about. I don't know who that was, but I remember that because it was 3 things that you had to get rid of: comfort, control, and comparison. So the control piece was having to feel. I don't want to say the name because it's probably wrong. It might be Joseph. It might be Paul. I don't know. One of them. It might not be neither of them. But you know what I'm saying. But the control was him feeling like he had to control everything. Like things got to go my way. Yeah. He wasn't really ready to accept what God was trying to give him. Comparison, you looking at the Jacksons looking at the Joneses, and the Joneses going bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? You looking at the wrong direction. Look up. And then comfort. You have to get uncomfortable. You living in your father's house or whoever the person, I'm probably fucking this story all up, excuse me, God. But you have to leave your father's house in order to get that, in order to gain that independence. Right. So you actually come back a different person. So from just to your point, I don't know who you talking about in this story, but I do remember a sermon that talked about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think you need to leave.
But, I really wish we can change that narrative that you have to leave you can't build in your hometown.
Well, I'll be okay. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that back because I have been recognized for a lot of different awards in Richmond. I think Richmond is a good place to build.
Okay,
it's a really good place to build, but when it comes to becoming transactional, it's kind of a bartering type of city.
Why?
I don't know why, but like people seem like they're like, well, I'll invite you to this event if you let me use your platform to promote my thing.
Is it because everybody's trying to still build?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Is the city a building? Everyone's still building. Somebody got to be built so we can stop all this building. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that what it is? Everybody's still building.
I think so. Maybe the people that I'm around are still building.
So you're pitching to
no, I
people
wasn't,
that
but
are still building?
I was pitching to the people that had built already.
Oh, okay. I'm ready to say now. Come on now. Like that might have answered your question then.
No, that didn't answer my question.
It's a part of the journey.
Shout out to y'all though. Shout out to y'all.
Yes.
Or not. Anyways. Because we didn't even get into how y'all actually got into doing food reviews.
Oh yeah.
How did that happen? Okay, so you and your partner Mia, y'all been together for
10 years.
You guys are doing this business together.
Right.
What made y'all do this together?
Oh my God. So the idea came from a conversation with God. Right? So
we love God over here. Shout out to God.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever felt like you're so gifted?
Yes.
And you just...
I don't even know the rest of the question. Yes.
Right. Okay. All right.
No, go ahead.
But like, you ever felt like you just have so many gifts and you're not sure which gift to use? Well, that's kind of like what I felt like. And sometimes when you feel like you have so much that you can offer, you find yourself not offering anything. Because for me, I wanted to offer the one that was going to bring me the greatest success. Out of that conversation, God pretty much told me that, listen, whatever you do, it's going to be blessed, right?
Wow.
And that my favor is going to follow you. With that being said, I decided to use all the gifts. Purpose, I believe purpose is always something. Is that true? Like purpose is what you're giving back to someone else. I've heard it said.
I don't think purpose is for you.
Yeah, purpose is not for you. It's for what you can do for someone else.
Yeah.
And I thought about content creating. I've done it before in other avenues. Makeup, styling.
You did. You used to be doing that makeup. Yeah.
And then
in front of the people. You was doing that before it was cool though.
Yeah, like in the early 2000s.
Like fans and everything.
In the early 2000s, not too much. But
showing your age. No,
but
that's
so
dope.
basically the whole idea just came from me believing that no matter what I do, God's gonna bless it. And this is something that I wanted to do. It was a God idea. It was just like, how about you just go around and review local restaurants here, or local places here. Get to know where you're living. Like reintroduce yourself to Richmond. So
it was your idea.
It was my idea.
So you was like, all right, Mia, this is what God told me to do.
Yeah. And she was like, that's a great idea. And that's why you have to choose a partner who can submit to the mission or the vision, who can submit to the vision. And she was like, how can I assist? I said, well, I need you to manage. And I'll be the creator.
You know how bad I need a manager right now. I need an intern. I need a few things. If I could have somebody that I ain't have to pay that just was there because you believe in me.
Right.
Whoo,
right.
That would be dope. That would be dope. But yeah, like back to the purpose thing, I feel like a lot of people are being selfish if you're not fulfilling your purpose because you don't know who out there needs to see your video or needs to see your content. They may be having a bad day. You might be the one thing, that one person that gets them up in the morning, or they may, make a connection at a restaurant that you've amplified.
Right.
You never really know. People aren't, well, I'll speak for myself. I'm not using Google anymore to type in best restaurants near me. I'm typing in best restaurants near me on TikTok.
Yeah.
Because I need a review. I need all of the pictures. I need to see the ambiance. So like y'all really have cornered a piece of this market. And there are other creators in Richmond as well. Have you guys had any conversations with them?
I've had some like private conversations.
What they say? What they be doing?
Like just like if I had something going on and I needed some input
Okay.
You know,
like what?
I just had like a private conversation.
Like what? What was it?
Well, it wasn't anything like serious. It was just like like I can't basically say that we're friends. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that. I could just say that I've had private conversation. But what I'm liking is that Richmond content creators are actually really trying to do more together. And that's what I really like. I was invited out to Mao.
Oh, my boy, my brother. Yes.
Did I say his name right? Mao, yeah.
His Culture Collective networking event that he does monthly.
And it was like a lot of creators there in that space. And I thought that was so dope because we are better together. Like I want to see more creators here in Richmond because the more creators, the more content that we're putting out, and the more people are putting their eyes here.
I just feel like I don't know how we can better amplify.
Stop selling ourselves short. Like, I feel like, you know, I'm born and raised here in Richmond, so I feel like I can have an opinion.
Right? Absolutely. Same.
And
talk your shit.
No, well, I'm not going to talk the shit, but I'm going to just state my opinion here.
All ears.
Basically, I feel like whenever I hear people talk about Richmond, and it's starting to change, but a lot of it was, oh, there's nothing to do here. It's so boring. Yeah. Or people like are just cutting up so bad.
That's a good point.
You know, and just nobody can have a business here. You're not going to be successful here. And don't get me wrong, there are bigger cities that could probably grow your business faster. But it's the language that we speak when we're talking about Richmond. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes to marketing, you have to know that what you're building is in the right place. And I feel like that's why a lot of people don't really market, because I don't know if they
in the right place though.
Like Richmond is a good place to market.
Yeah.
You know, these local businesses here, they deserve spotlight.
Right. And one thing about because the event that you came to, Mal does a really good job of marketing on social media. But in order to even get that on a social media algorithm, I feel like you kind of gotta be on. This is how I explain to people. I feel like the person who's having the event has to know you or somebody that knows you. And I'm not talking about Mal specifically. I'm talking about any event. They gotta know you. They gotta know you specifically. They gotta know you can say your ABCs backwards. You know, it's like you gotta go through like a bit of an Olympic or a hoop
loops and
to even like be invited into these spaces. And then once you're in the spaces, it's the same people in the spaces.
Yeah.
Every time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know if it's a marketing thing or if it's like, I don't want to say it's like an inclusion thing.
It probably is, because it's like, again, it's the idea of what you think about Richmond. Like only certain people should be invited because these other people, they may bring the business down or, you know, it's all about how you're looking at Richmond.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it should be more inclusive.
Yeah, we getting into the weeds of it too. Anyways, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been an amazing episode of More Than Money. I think the biggest takeaway from this conversation is that it's not just about what you're doing, it's about what you actually win in the process and what you actually own in the process. Because in this world, you can go viral, you can get attention, you can even make money. But the real question is, are you building something that gives you freedom or just something that keeps you busy? And that's what More Than Money is all about. Shifting your mind from survival to choice. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Double tap, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Peace, blessings. Good night.
Good night.
What would you say to Richmond? Whoa.
Friend, you alright? What you been sipping with that coffee?
Oh my gosh. Smart and sustainable.
Specific,
monetized,
measurable, achievable,
R,
relevant, but it could be realistic.
Real money.
You know what? You just make it
T,
time bound.